In this tutorial video, we'll talk a little bit more about the weather summary feature of the Explore page. The weather summary feature gives you an opportunity to select a subset of stations that you may want to display tabular data for to get an overview of conditions for multiple variables while still preserving the spatial context of the map. So maybe this is best shown using an example. Let's say that I'm an emergency manager in Northern California and I want to monitor fire conditions. I want to keep closer tabs on some of the remote RAWS stations while still maintaining the broader spatial context of regional conditions in the area. And so if we zoom in here, and we'll just use Reading as an example, we may want to focus on our RAWS stations. Limiting the display now to only RAWS data. And let's say that we are really the most interested in limiting the tabular view to just RAWS stations that are in Shasta County, in which Reading resides. And so, great. Now we have an overview of the RAWS stations in Shasta County. If we click the Weather Summary tab, we can add those 12 stations to our table. And you can see that now in the Weather Summary table, we have a list of those 12 stations with tabular data, an overview of conditions for temperature, dew point, relative humidity, wind speed, wind gust. Both the current value or the most recently reported value and in bold. And the values to the left and the right are the min and max values since the previous day. You can sort by different columns. You can sort by the report time if you want to look at stations that are the most latent, stations that are the closest to report. And this gives you an opportunity to see the tabular data for those specific stations of interest while maintaining the regional view. If we go back and remove the filters that we had applied, we can now zoom out and still maintain the regional view of conditions while still having that detailed view for the specific stations of interest.